YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Skywalker, and Call of Duty is the topic of today. Now, I know what you're thinking. Call of Duty. Call of Duty sucks now. It's not what it used to be. Call of Duty has lost its way. And you will be right. I will not argue with you. I did like Infinite Warfare, but I just really like the campaign because the online and all that Spider-Man, Avengers, running on the fucking walls and flying in the air, and those are just not things I'm a fan of. When I play games, I like a little bit of realism. I like to feel like there's something at stake, and when you're playing as this like invincible character, it really don't mean shit. That's why I really like Rainbow Siege, and I like Ghost Recon games. I like Battlefield because everything is boots on the ground. In Call of Duty, they're saying they're gonna get back to boots on the ground, get back to realistic gameplay. That's not in the future. So hopefully they're telling the truth. But I like to talk about these three games. The Modern Warfare series that was on the PS3 and Xbox 360. Those are the games that brought me to Call of Duty. And these two characters, if you really love these games, you know who these two are. This is Captain Price and my boy Soap McTavish. These two are the heroes, the protagonists of the Modern Warfare series. You're with them for 3 games, so you really care about them. You care about their story. It's not these characters, these like hit and quit characters that you play with them, you die, next game comes out, okay, there's some new people. You know, it's like, okay, I don't give a fuck. You know, so you play as these two characters, and the main antagonist is Makarov. He's kind of like the Bin Laden, Hitler character that is really just bringing turmoil and terrible things to the world. You know, he's a terrorist. He's terrible. He kills a lot of people. He has a lot of power. And he's really not loyal to any country, so it's hard to find this bastard because he just hops around and it's hard to get to him because he's not loyal to one certain country. And so Call of Duty, it used to be a great franchise. It is, I believe on one of the back of the boxes it says greatest game, best-selling game in PS3 of the PlayStation history. I believe them. And even now, Call of Duty gets millions of people to buy their games, but those numbers are starting to go down now because people really don't want this Halo space bullshit. You know, I don't, you know, so hopefully they are listening to what people want and they're going to get their shit together because it's going to come a point in time people are going to stop buying this shit. And people already are, the numbers are dwindling. So, yeah, you play as Soap. You have to run through an obstacle course with Soap when you first play with him because he's green, he's a rookie, and the obstacle course is really fun. I played this the other day, and it's still a really good game. I'm finding myself going back and buying older video games because classic games will never die, just like classic movies won't die. Classic, albums will always be great. And these are great video games, and so even though the graphics may be a downgrade, the storyline, the gameplay is an upgrade because the shit that's out now is bullshit. So you play as Soap, and you're really a part of a unit, a part of a team, and they'll be like, hey, Soap, there's these 2 people, we need to take them out, and if you don't really do it, Captain Price will be like, oh, you're a rookie. That wasn't good enough. You're gonna get us killed. You need to get your shit together. And it really makes you feel like, man, I really gotta know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't follow orders, the mission will end. And you gotta, pretty much be a part of the team because you're gonna sabotage everybody's life. So Call of Duty used to be a great video game. It used to be a great game. It's not anymore. I don't give a fuck what the numbers say. People go and watch them damn Transformers movies all the time, but you can't tell me that those are great movies. So, you cannot tell me that shit. So, just like this movie behind me, Hot Ass Mess, You know, great graphics, great special effects, great visuals, but just a hot ass mess. They were trying to jam like 3, 4 movies into one with Batman vs Superman, and you know, most of the characters you find them in like an email and shit. It's like, what the fuck is this? Because they were trying to be the Avengers way too early. And in the Call of Duty games, they're trying now to just jam a bunch of shit into one game, when really Call of Duty used to take its time, build up, you know, and now it's just this explosions, kind of transformer, just theatrical of just explosions and mind-blowing, mind-numbing explosions, to where there's so many explosions that you don't even, you're numb to the shit. You know, you watch Transformers, you numb to that shit. It looks really cool, but your fucking brain is like exploding in your, because it's like, fuck, can I have a time to breathe and take your time and build character development and shit. So, Call of Duty, hopefully it will get back to what it used to be. But for now, it is what it is. But you don't have to play the shit. Go back and play the old Call of Duties. Go back and watch good movies. Go back and watch Terminator 2 Judgment Day and Goodfellas and Star Wars. You don't have to watch bullshit. You don't have to do it. Go back, like the Ninja Turtles. I don't watch that shit, that new shit. I go back and watch the first Ninja Turtles and the second one. I don't even watch the third one. The first one and then Secret of the Ooze. Those are the only two in my life. Ghostbusters, I ain't seen this new Ghostbusters. I go back and watch the old Ghostbusters. So I'm at the point where I'm gonna stop giving my money and helping out stupid shit. I'm done with it, you know. So if we all stick together and stop buying mindless bullshit, then they'll stop making mindless bullshit. And so that's my little rant slash just thoughts on Call of Duty, man. And I'm your boy Skywalker. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And I will see y'all next time. 100, 100, 100.